uko poa, send a thumbs up. If you're not okay, send a thumbs down. Hatuta kuuliza kwa nini. Okay, tuko sawa. Today we are on an interesting topic, friendship. I'm trying to share the screen.
Okay.
Maureen, I forgot what you told me
Hapo
about sharing
chini.
the
Hapo chini.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is a cube icon.
Okay.
And then now, yeah, share your screen from there.
All right. Can you see it?
No, not yet.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Right now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So today we are on friendship and specifically adult friendships. We know even kids are friends. And yeah, so friendships are very significant in our life. What do we mean by that? A friendship can land you a job. A friendship can easily turn into a marriage. A friendship can be the only love you meet in this world. So friendships are very significant. And what is a friendship? A friendship is a state of enduring affection, respect, admiration, and trust between two people or more. And in short, intimacy. Every time tunaongea kuhusu intimacy, people think it's sex. It is not actually, but it's part of it. And I was wondering, mbona enduring? Because I found this definition somewhere. And friendship is long term. Sometimes you don't want to respect your friends because something has happened, but you have to respect them. That's why we have that respect, that admiration, and trust, even when you don't want to trust them. And I found two major things. We have intimacy and adulting. So nataka tu tuanzie na intimacy because now it will show us how we connect with other people, what attracted us to them, what sustains the friendships in adulting. And actually, intimacy is part of adulting, but intimacy is found in so many, nitasemaje, it's found even with kids. So ndio maana niliweka kando na adulting because it's on its own. It's that sense of closeness and connection to someone else. And we have different kinds of intimacy in friendship. Na hapa juu nimeandika, if you can see, intimacy ni zile values zenye tuko nazo, the trust we share, vulnerability and security. Security ni kama hiyo safety, that safety that you have with your friend. And vulnerability is that state of being open. You can share anything, you can share your thoughts, and you can be yourself without feeling judged by anybody. And that's part of intimacy. So number one, tuko na physical intimacy. Physical is when we engage in meaningful, it has to be meaningful, consensual and physical interaction. What do we mean by consensual? Consensual ni consent, nimekupea ruhusa ya hii physical interaction. So number one, we have hugging. I know we do hug our friends. We also have holding hands. And we have handshakes. Unaweza ongezea moja kwa chat enye nime leave out. Of course, kuna kama cuddles. We don't cuddle friends. Ama do you cuddle your friends? You do?
Yes.
Oh God, where? Okay, and so sex is actually part of physical intimacy, but because we are talking about friendship, it is not part of that. So that's physical intimacy. Ongezea ingine kama kuna yenye nimeacha. That's some of the ways we connect with our friends. Sometimes you are not in a position to hug your friend, but you need to be there for them. So what do? You just hold their hand to show them that niko hapo and such. Next is We have emotional intimacy. This is the ability to express feelings. So kama hapa mali tuko, whatever we are doing right now, kuna mali tutafika, we now start sharing, asking questions. That is emotional intimacy. You feel safe. So number one is talking about your expectations. What do I expect in this friendship? Number two, my goals. Where do I want to go in life, personally and even in this friendship? Easy to see, easy to share. But when there is emotional intimacy, where you can speak out your heart, where you can speak out your mind without fear, that is emotional intimacy. Unaweza share your hopes. You know, you're telling your friend, I hope sometime we can do this, nini, nini. And dreams and boundaries. Hakuna kitu ngumu kama communication, and that's why some people choose not to. They just decide, this thing will go the way it wants, because communication is hard. Me telling you, I don't want to be touched in a certain way, that is hard. Or I tell you, I don't like being around your family, it makes me uncomfortable, that is hard. So, emotional intimacy, dreams, boundaries, hopes, goals, expectations. Maybe Mimi, one day I want to get married, but you don't want, for whatever reasons. I need to feel safe enough with you to tell you that one day I want to get married. Now you feel safe na Mimi kuniambia, by the way, Mimi, I don't believe in marriage. Such things. Sharing private thoughts. Kuna thoughts zingine hawezi share na kila mtu. But if you're in a friendship where you're emotionally intimate, unaweza share hizo vitu. So as we talk about this, nataka tu ufikirie if there is a friendship like that you
Abby,
have in your life. Yes?
there's a suggestion for you to speak English.
Alone. Oh, Kiswahili. Niongeze Kiswahili?
No. Don't speak
English.
Kiswahili.
please.
Yes.
All right. What about the people who, okay, last time I was told I am speaking a lot of English, but it's okay. It's okay. Communicating when something causes you distress, you know, and this happens. Maybe you're in church and someone says something weird, or someone does something weird in church or a meeting or somewhere else. You see, some people, they start texting each other because they can't talk. That is actually emotional intimacy. Something has stressed you out, and the first thing you think in your mind is, I want to tell my friend. So what do? You text them. Communicating when, okay, opening up about your traumas or difficult experiences in your life. Some traumas are bad, like rape. You can't go telling everybody you got raped, but even you're in a space where you can talk about that, you have emotional intimacy in that friendship, and so on and so on. The next one is intellectual intimacy. We also call it mental intimacy. This is when the minds connect, you know. And this is true because sometimes you see people for the first time and you don't even like them. But then when they start speaking, you're like, ish, I like you. You change your mind immediately. And some individuals even find this form of intimacy the most attractive or arousing, referred to as sapiosexual. There are some people who don't like people because of how they look, but because of how they think. So what are some of the way we connect intellectually? Tumesema, okay, we've said that is the mind connecting. Your mind has connected to someone else's mind. So number one, read and debate about a book and a movie together, get each other's opinion, disagree and be okay with that. Some people do disagree, and that one causes them to part ways because they're not in a space to disagree. They're not comfortable with disagreements. You know, disagreeing about a plot of a movie, but understanding it's opinion based. I have my opinion, you have your opinion, and it's okay. We are safe like that. Seeking out a person for their feedback, you know, probably I'm thinking about a business. I come and ask you, you know, what do you think about this? Because I care about how you think. I care. I am secure with myself. You know, even if you have a different opinion from mine, it's okay. But some people are not in that space. So that means you're not intellectually intimate or mentally intimate, because you're not in a space to disagree and be okay with that. Making plans together, sharing your favorite music. Some people can't share their music taste with their friends because their friends will judge them, because they'll say something like, your taste is, I don't like your taste. And learning a new language together, instruments and such things. So the other one is, actually that's it. I had spiritual intimacy somewhere. I don't know why I didn't put it here. Spiritual intimacy is when you enjoy doing religious activities together. There's nothing as fun as having friends who have the same beliefs as you. You don't struggle a lot. Your beliefs, your values connect. So, and then there's so many other intimacies. So kuna intellectual, emotional, physical. Did I say any other? I don't think I said any other. You can go and do more research on that. And now I want us to get to the real thing, adulting. Now this is where Maureen wanted mostly. So adulting is growth is involved in adulting. Change, your friends change. There is finance, there is work, there is family, there is health, there is gender based interactions. I'm a girl, but I have friends who are men, and you are a man here, and you have friends who are ladies. That is not always easy interaction. So, number one, we are going to start with gender-based interactions in adulting. These are relations between males and females. So, what are the issues here? The bestie issue, especially if you're in a relationship. We have relation between a married and a single person. I know you have friends, and sometimes your friends can get married, or you can get married. All right. We have where your friends, you're friends with your ex or your exes. You or first started out as liking each other, and then you put boundaries. You see where you meet people and you feel like, actually I'm starting to like this person, but it can't work. So you put boundaries, but boundaries does not mean you've parted ways, you're still friends. How do you interact even after that? Because when you put boundaries and you're still following up with someone, they'll still think you like them. So where do you draw the line? That is one of the struggles we go through in adult friendships. You also work together with a male or a female, or you owe them one. Someone did something nice to you, and you forever feel indebted. You forever feel like you need to do something in exchange to repay what they did for you. So I wrote something, maybe how you can handle that. It's a bit, know your friendships enough, and do what's best. We have close friends, we have best friends, we have good friends, we have party friends, we have seasonal friends, we have impromptu friends. What do I mean by impromptu friends? These ones are the friends, if we will never meet in person, we will actually never talk. And then we have work friends. So how do you deal with these? Because I've had this issue, and you can second me if you've gone through it too, where for example, the one that I've said, you started liking each other and then you put boundaries, but you're still friends. Especially for the females here, it's a bit hard to say hi to the guy. You find that the guy is the one who is following up with you. And then after some time, you feel like, apana, even me, I need to say hi to this. I need to say hi to this person. But then when you say hi to them, they still think you like them. So how do you handle that? Know your friendships enough and do what's best. Are they your close friend? Are they your best friend? Are they a good friend? Are they a party friend? Party friends are those ones that you just party with, and when the party is over, there's nothing else you have to do with each other. Seasonal friends, the ones who come and then you don't talk for years, and then you talk again. Impromptu friends and work friends. Just understand your friendships. And why I'm not giving a definite answer for this one is because different things work for different people. I can't give a definite answer. So find what works for you in that area. And then still on adulting, we have growth, change, and transitions. I believe this is a hard one. Marriage happens, especially in adult friendships. Maybe you're actually old enough to get married. Your friend gets married, and now they're in another stage, and conversations have to change because now they maybe become a parent. Now they have a husband, not a boyfriend, a husband. They have to look for people who are of their stage, and now you start feeling this person has grown too much. Maybe I'm not of their level. They can't still come to you and get advice. You see, when they were dating, it was okay. But now they don't have a boyfriend or they don't have a girlfriend. This is a husband they are talking about. A boyfriend and a husband are two different people. So that person cannot keep coming to you for advice. Things change. Promotions happen, and there are some people in life, could be you or your friend, who seem like they are racing. Their things are going on well. Your friend got a job, now they are on a promotion. You're still where you are. Things have changed. Level ups. People grow. Now all of a sudden your friend wants alone time. Your friend does not want to go for clubbing anymore. Such things, what is in leveling up. And this could be you. Also healing. um Probably in your friendship there was a lot of manipulation. Sometimes manipulation is not on purpose. um when you look at it, all of us in some way, we have narcissistic tendencies, and sometimes you don't really want, but it just happens because none of us is perfect. So when your friend starts healing or you start healing and you realize there are some toxic things that were happening in this friendship, there is a withdrawal. So your friend is healed, you're not healed, and they seem like they have it all together. That one hurts because it's growth, it's change, it's transitions. You're losing a certain part of your friend, and that's painful. How do you deal with that? New friends. Your friends meet new friends. And I want to go back hapa kwa marriage, where marriage happens. Your friend is going to meet other people now who are married, if in case you're not married. They get to a new job, they meet other people, they start growing, and now you feel like it's like we are no longer together. Ebu, send me a thumbs up if you're still together. Send me a thumbs up if you're still together, guys. Okay, thank you. New opportunities. Your friend is now going to abroad. Oh, there's nothing painful as that one. You're happy for them, but they are gone. They are going, and things will change. Trust me, because now we are in different timelines. When you're up, they are sleeping, and it's hard. Values and beliefs change. Maybe your friend was a Christian, they stopped being a Christian all of a sudden. Maybe it could be you. What else? Maybe your friend was a non-Christian, now they've become a Christian, and you can no longer do the things that you used to do together. That is change, and it is transition. How do you deal with growth and change? First, accept the reality. Make sure you accept. Don't be in denial. And if you are in denial, give yourself time, because with growth, change, and transition comes with grief. Grief comes because you've lost something. You've lost a part of your friend, or your friend has lost a part of you. So first, accept the reality, give yourself time, embrace growth. Embrace growth, first for yourself and for your friend. Because growth has to come. You don't expect to be at the same place. In the next 5 years, even the friends that you have right now, the boyfriend or the girlfriend that you have right now will have changed. So embrace growth, be flexible enough. Be flexible enough, accept even the pain that comes with that, and feel the pain and enjoy the what? Enjoy the I am lost of words. The fun that comes with growth, I think, because it's a good thing. If that person is really your friend and you've seen them grow and you've seen them get a new opportunity, you should be happy for them. So enjoy the happiness and feel the pain. Don't escape from it. Give yourself time, and then understand your journeys are different. Seriously, you don't just because I'm your friend does not mean we are going to be at par in life. So remember, accept. Number 2, embrace. Number 3, understand your own journey. Sometimes you're stuck mourning something that you have lost because you are not growing. You're not growing. You don't understand where you are in at life. Another thing is comparison. You're comparing yourself to other people, your friends, at this point. You don't understand. Please, I'm tempted to say get a life. Actually, I'm tempted to say that. When you get a life, you will even handle heartbreaks better, by the way. Okay, someone goes, but then you still have your life. They've not left you empty. And that's why you should have your own identity. Have your own identity. Remember that you existed before this person, and you're going to exist even after this person. And there's going to be pain. Accept that pain and be happy for them, and then focus on your life. Focus on your life. And everything in this life is temporary, by the way. That job that you have that you're so happy about, you can lose it anytime. So what do you do when that thing is not in your presence anymore? What else do you have? What is your identity? Who are you? So I'm going to go to the next one. Finance. This one now is tricky. Finance, there's lending money to your friends. Because you're my friend, I'm going to give you money. I'm okay with giving you money. There's gifts in events. Maybe it's a birthday, it's a wedding, whatever it is. Financial status. Now, these one are the contextual issues when it comes to finance and friendship. Partnering in business, by the way, this one has led to so many breakups in friendships. Business, when now you bring business into the friendship, you lose money and you lose your friend. You lose two things. So, and priorities. My priorities are not your priorities. Their priorities are not. So probably you have a child, your friend doesn't. Probably your friend is financed by the parents. Maybe you're not financed by your parents, and such things. So number 1, how should you handle this thing around finance? Hold regular money discussions. There's nothing as difficult as money discussions. I was once in a relationship and we were not fighting about anything. By the way, when someone tells you they are not having issues, believe them. But then when we started talking about money, oh God, I was going this way and that person was going this way. So money discussions are very uncomfortable. Number two, understand your relationship. You don't give everyone money. Just because you're my friend does not mean I will give you money. Remember, we've checked. Kuna close friends, kuna best friends, and etc. Understand. Companion mode. Explain. Kuna mtu ameandika companion mode. Set financial goals and spending limits. That if at this point we decide to go out and have fun, I will not use money beyond how I am supposed to use it. I don't know whether I'm making sense. So set your own goals and spending limits. Just don't just go with the wind. Today we are going to KFC, we go. Tomorrow we are going to Pizza Inn, we go. You don't have plans with your money. You'll spend all of it, and at the end of it all, you'll be bitter. In business, let it be professional. Please. You see the way you do business with strangers? Please do business that way with your friends. Please. Sign contracts, agreements, juni business. Because we've said in friendship, when you include finance, you lose your money and you lose your friend. But then let it be a professional business that if anything goes wrong, you will handle it just like you would have handled it with a stranger. There will not be, you won't have bitterness, anger, hate, and such things. So remember that one. That one actually was my main point. I put it last, but in business, let it be professional, even if they are your friend. The other one, okay, and my time is gone. Work. And Maureen mentioned that she sees her friends twice in an year. Oh my God. Your best friend, Lord. So schedules, timelines. So maybe your friend is out of the country, long distance, and responsibilities. Sometimes it's hard. Working different jobs, commitments. So number one, be intentional. That one is what I would say, be intentional. At least Marie and you two meet. At least you meet. Some people never meet. They just talk on phone. So be intentional. And number two, communicate. Make sure your friend understands why you can't do certain things at certain times. Please communicate. By the way, the take at the end of this session will be communicate, and then communicate again. Be intentional. Set dates. It won't happen if you don't set them. So be intentional. I'm not going to stay there, and you can add something else if you could think of something that you can do when it comes to busyness, adulting, especially with such an economy. It's not easy. And then we have family. Just a minute. Family, we have preferences and connections. What did I mean by that? You can have a friend where the family does not like you, or your family does not like your friend. Your mom sees your friend, and your mom is like, by the way, your friend, that friend of yours, we don't like her. Sometimes family comes first, most of the times. So I want you to make peace with the fact that your friend is going to choose their family over you sometimes. Please. Okay, guys? Different life stages. That's what we talked about. Marriage, promotions, even school. And there's this thing about white collar jobs. And what are the other ones called? Kuna white collar jobs. And then kuna zile practical kabisa. And someone feels like they are higher than you because of the kind of education they have. That is different life stages. Advice giving, Your friend is probably a parent and you're not, and you want to tell them how they should raise their kids, and sometimes that is not very welcome. That's why you should know the kind of friendship you have and what is comfortable, what is not, what can be taken and what cannot be taken. And then this thing of taking auntie and uncle responsibilities. When I have a child and Maureen is my friend, she's obligated to be an auntie or an uncle. Okay, if I have a guy friend, ako obligated kukua uncle, sorry, I've gone to Kiswahili, is obligated to be an uncle to my child because they're my friend, you know? So number two, I want to go to number two, boundaries. Please, and that's why we said communicate. Let your friends know the line they can cross and the line they can't cross. Don't let it get to that point where they do something that you don't like. We have intentionality. I know family comes first, but let your friend also be a priority. Let them know when you can do something and when you cannot do. Let them know if you're in a family meeting, I can't pick this call, I can't show up, I can't do. Please communicate. So intentionality, boundaries, mostly boundaries when it comes to family, and then communication. The other one is health. This one is also delicate, especially mental health. We have depression. I'm sure we have friends who have depression. Maybe you don't even know they have depression, anxieties, disorders, traumas. Most of us have traumas that we don't talk about. Addictions. Maybe you have a friend who is addicted and that is painful. Crises. They've lost their job. They've something major has happened in their lives, and dysfunctionalities and maybe chronic and acute diseases. Chronic ni zile long term, probably they have cancer or something. How do you deal with that? Number one, empathy. Please understand your friend and be present. That one, please. So that's what friendship is about. By the way, you know your friends sometimes when it's very hard. Number two, accountability and responsibility. You are accountable to your friend if that is really your friend, and you are responsible for them. I know when it comes to depression and addictions, sometimes it's a lot, it's heavy to deal with, but please be intentional about your friend. Number three, empower your friend and yourself. Empower your friend and yourself. How do you do that? Go to Google. Please search how you can help someone who has an addiction. You will find a lot of things there. Search how you can deal with people who have depression, people who have traumas. Don't just throw your hands and walk away and say, me, even I can't deal with this. Or your friend starts crying and then you cry too, and you're the one they're looking for help. So empower yourself and then empower them. Boundaries and communication. Boundaries, what do I mean by that? Just because you have depression does not mean you can treat me anyhow you want to treat me. And that is a hard conversation to have. I had someone say they were going through grief, they lost their mom. And you know, when you're going through grief, you cut everyone out. You are just allowed to be you. And that person said one time their friend called them and told them, you know, I know you're going through grief. It's been a while now, but that doesn't give you permission to treat me anyhow you want. It does not. So communicate with things like depression. Sometimes you're very high, sometimes you're very low. And so at times you can have a conversation with that person. Maybe you're even here and you have depression, by the way. One day, I think we'll have a session to talk about mental things like depression and addictions. And the thing is, even me, sometimes I was sitting in class, you learn something and you realize you either have depression or you either have anxiety but you didn't know you have it, or the teacher starts reading about disorders and you see yourself somewhere and your heart is beating so hard. So you might be going through something and you don't know. So please have conversations, empower yourself. Even if you don't have a friend who is going through these things, please go and read about these things. These things come up later on in life. Let me go to the next one. I'm almost done. Mentalities, outlooks, overviews, opinions, assumptions. And I'm going back to that example. Today I'll talk about marriage a lot. Someone wants to get married, someone else does not want to get married, and people have their reasons. Find a balance between being firm, stand your ground. Stand your ground. By the way, just because you don't want to get married does not mean I should take in your mentality. In my mind, that even me, I don't want to get married. It's okay if you feel that way. Let me do what I want. And also be flexible. Just understand what is toxic, what is not toxic. Be you. And finally, guys, communicate with your friends, please. Different things work for different people, and you will only know when you communicate with your friends. Know your friendships enough, stay with your friend long enough, and do what's best for you. Thank you.
Makofi kwa Abby. Okay, I've already started speaking in Kiswahili and I just arrived. Let's clap for Abby. Thank you so much, Abby. You, as always, are full of wisdom and knowledge. My key takeaway: communicate, 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 communicate. The minute you said communicate, I remember a friend of mine telling me, asking me, I was going through something and they asked me, how do you want me to show up for you in this season? And I found that weird. Like, I don't know, you show up, because how we've been raised, it's
Yeah.
you want to show up in your ability, in your capability, just show up however you can. But them asking me that was
Yeah.
really intentional. And I was like, oh my goodness. So people ask, huku ni wapi? Where are people so kind? But yeah, make it takeaway, communicate, intentionality, boundaries. Today I was taking notes. Well.
Mm-hmm.
Communicate, be
Yes.
intentional, understand your level
Intentional.
of friendship and boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Makofi kwangu. Yes, I'm those students who you have to clap for because they got a correct answer. Anyway, now we are going to be hey, Raishias, okay. Now we'll be taking questions. Let me check if we have a question in the chat box. Oh, there's Frank who is asking, how can I move on from someone?
Wow. Number one, let's acknowledge that it's painful and it's hard. But this is the thing that I would say. It seems rude, but I said it during this session. Get a life. What do I mean by that? Find something that you love. Do it. Be intentional about it. Sometimes, the thing with pain, it makes you feel like you no longer want to show up. You no longer want to do anything. Just show up. Yes, Maureen, you've mentioned something about show up. I think you've mentioned show up somewhere. Just show up. Whether you want it or not, you realize that it's the best decision you will do. Just find something that you really love and set your mind to it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That is awesome. Show up and change perspective. I honestly realized if you're looking at a problem like this, I can't see myself.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at a problem directly, you're not kind of dodging. If you're like, okay, I'm going through this, I acknowledge I'm feeling like this, but I
Yeah.
also have to do life. I have to, focus on something else. And
Yeah.
slowly by slowly, not digressing from the problem, but slowly by slowly you realize it was not actually even that important, or
Yeah.
it was important and I have come up with ways of suppressing that sad or lonely emotion. So That works for me. I hope it works for you. Erima is asking, hi Abigail.
Hi.
Great conversation there. Yes. He's asking, can you still remain friends with your ex?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But put boundaries, please. It will come back to you when now you're actually in a real relationship and your guy is asking you, what are you doing with that person? So put boundaries. Especially, can I say this one? Can I just be raw? Especially if you guys were sleeping together and you're still friends, you can't lie to yourself at we are going to sit somewhere alone and it's going to be normal. No, be careful and place the boundaries.
Exes know how to time. Hey, they
They come back always.
them and the devil timing your maridadi like this. Anytime he wants to move on, they're back. So another question from Erima is another one, so personal. How do you
Yep.
come out of a
Yeah.
friendship that does not benefit you?
Wow.
Maybe you
You
can
grow.
unmute, you can lift up your hand and unmute yourself to ask a question now. But
Okay.
yeah, there's that.
You grow. When you grow, you detach. Even without wanting. You just grow. Yeah.
How do you come out of a friendship that does not benefit you? And you also tell, is it okay to tell someone, I feel like this friendship is not benefiting me?
Yes, communication. Of course, truth
But
is brutal. Be kind.
but what if it's up to
Mhm.
you now to like be the one who helps them up?
Wow. That's a good question. So ask yourself, what is this relationship taking away from me? It's not benefiting me, Sawa, but is it taking something away from me? Is it taking away my peace? Is it taking away my joy? Is it draining me? So when it gets to that point, I think you're allowed to lift your hands and say, maybe that is not my place. But then if you have the grace to help your friend, please do.
Okay, awesome. I was okay, let me just put this here. I was thinking about it right now. I was reading an article of something called the Meology.
Uh-huh.
Um this generation is so used to me. Like, I'm not attacking you, Erima. Erima, we are going to talk behind the scenes, but we are like, if it's not for me, then I'm not gonna be there. If it's not benefiting me, then and maybe you are the one who
Yeah.
was meant to be the destiny connector for that person. Like, there's also the aspect of, if you
Yeah.
can, if you have the, as you've said, if you have the grace to pull someone up, and if you have the
Please.
grace to show them love, then
Yeah.
by all means, you might even sit them down and tell them, like, in this area, I feel like you're pulling me down. So I
Mm-hmm.
need you to pull up your socks so that we can move together. Now, if they
Yeah.
don't, that's on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
Dante has said sometimes for us men, or maybe introverted persons, you'll never hear of us if you make us unsafe.
Sometimes for us men, you'll never hear for us. So who the ladies, when the ladies make you unsafe,
I'm
or
a both. Okay,
mm,
Dante will answer that. Yes, Erima's hand
amesema
is
both.
up. Yes, then it's
Amesema
Erima.
Hi Abigail, am I audible enough?
Yes, you
yes, you
are.
are.
Okay, I think I get what Dan is trying to ask.
Mm,
Sometimes I'm an introvert.
mhm,
Mostly that's my personality, and I'm
mhm,
introverted. Sometimes we don't open up much.
mhm,
Mostly when we find maybe the people that are around us make us feel unsafe,
mhm.
or rather we get to a point. We're not really connecting with people. Like, you know how introverted persons are. We
Yeah.
don't really want to talk a lot. We just want to to be there, sit, observe, and let whatever is happening to happen. But then it comes a point, I think for me, sometimes it comes to a point whereby I get safe spaces, but then I don't talk a lot because I'm always reading your mind, like, won't you judge me after? You see, so I'm always like, okay, let me just keep whatever I'm feeling to myself, and maybe later on I'll find a place or just sit and do what I can do. Yeah, but I think that's it.
Sorry guys, I got lost, but I think I've had a better part of it. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Abby.
Okay. Sorry, Denise, but I think I've gotten the point. I got lost a bit.
Okay.
It's okay.
So okay. But I feel Erima, like if you are, I think that is where the point of knowing the level of friendships comes in. Because if you're my best friend, if it's a casual friend that you can easily get out of your life, okay, not in a bad way, but yeah, you can easily, it's not a big deal. You can easily set them aside. But for your best friend or your close friends, it's really important to have the conversation when someone hurts you, and it's so uncomfortable. It's really, if I can see some of my friends are here. It's usually, for me, it's usually like, no, I'm supposed to tell you you've hurt me. Like, I used to push people away, but right now, I'm not perfect. But at least I will hint, you've done this to me and it has made me feel some type of way. So for your close friends and for your good friends and your best friends, I feel like it's important to tell them, you made me feel like this today.
Okay.
And if they
Yes.
love you, they will understand.
They
Yeah.
will.
Okay, Patrick.
Hi everyone,
Hi.
I'm new here and I would like to ask a question. I've been asking myself a long time ago. Can a man or women be friends, like best of friends?
Wow.
Can you be a friend, best of friend to like close best friend to the opposite sex, opposite sex person? You know.
Okay. Oh, that question. I was running away from it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, but I believe it gets back to you, honestly. It does. Because you are best friends, but then you're not dating. So what is it? Okay, I don't know. You can. That is the answer. You can. You can. Maureen?
No,
I think
I
I
take a
think I
back
can
seat.
share. I think I can share something before
Okay,
Maureen
please.
say anything. Maybe. Um, when you have a best friend who is like opposite sex and your same age, or maybe to the girls, when someone is older than you, it's something dangerous. Unless you avoid like too much physical access or physical meeting, you know what I mean? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think being like best friend of someone who is opposite sex is something dangerous, because like when you have a girlfriend or boyfriend and you see him or her in touch with someone close, if he or she has a problem, he's gonna share that with that best friend other than your boyfriend or girlfriend. Your relationship is somewhere in a swamp.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually thinking about, you see, there are these people you know very well, opposite sex, you know very well this thing can never work. Actually, you've told each other it can never work. Me, I think that is the safest. But Sasa, you're a guy, and I can tell you everything about myself without feeling any sort of thing inside my heart. Me don't believe in besties. Honestly, I don't. If you're not my guy,
That's
you're
it.
just my close friend. Yeah,
I can see. Wow, this one is a hot topic. I can see
it is.
Patience is saying, this is funny. Patience has said, don't want to be real, but unless one of y'all is gay, it's either there isn't that fear of attraction, or if one of you is dating. Yup.
Yeah,
Even if you're dating, that one I'm not taking. Hey, you.
you're not. Oh
Okay, I can
God.
see Dante's hand is up. Then we go to Arima. And then Steve. Hey, okay. Hey, guys. Uh-huh. Dante.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
You can hear me?
Yes, we
Mm-hmm.
can.
Uh, I want to add on this topic the question that was raised: if a man and I mean opposite genders can be best friends without nothing. First, I will say no. I
Okay.
will support the people who are saying no. No, because especially when you guys you're in you're at a age category, the same age category, like young people. It's a
Mm-hmm.
no. Because mostly first women or girls are emotional. I mean, girls get emotionally attached. So I don't think a lady can just be with you if she's not emotionally attached to you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is not possible. And a guy cannot be with you for a long time, like calling you friend, if he's not into you. I mean, just for nothing. Yeah, I will say no. It's a no for me.
Thank you. Yes, we needed a
Okay,
man to speak on that.
okay, guys. You guys, you're killing us. Okay, Dennis, the hands are so many. Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay. Maureen, as you've said, this is a very heated topic. Talking from experience, I've been there and I've seen Wahala. I've seen Wahala. Guys, coming to a point whereby you friends, you saying you're friends with the lady, and this was back then in campus. I was the class rep, and then as the class rep, you are like the savior of every class member. So I wasn't a person who wanted to, let's say, date while in campus. So I just wanted to do books, go for fun events, attend charity activities, and all that stuff. But then I got these two friends of mine who became so close at a point they earned my trust and loyalty, and they were like best of friends. And then something happened. One of them got pregnant. And rumors started going around. Erima has impregnated a lady. And I was like, guys, we've never been intimate with this lady. How do you come to just speak from nowhere you don't know us and you're saying, I got her pregnant? Anyway, days later, other months later, she came, gave birth, and everyone knew I wasn't the father. Then another time it came again, and the other friend also got pregnant. You see, and then the same rumors were like, Erima, Erima, Erima. You just hear spreading seeds and all that, and you're denying. But then I think that was the time. Then I said, this kind of friendships
Okay.
having a lady in campus and all that, uh, because people are like, Erima, you've impregnated the whole like
Wow.
two people. So you see, but then ever since I'm always like have boundaries, because it's very important to have those boundaries and just to let people know Russia, so do you want to know?
So,
Yeah, it's important to have those boundaries, because all that all those things happened while I was in first year and also second year. So you can see the whole of my campus life. I never had a stable relationship with any lady because of the story. And you know how youths we are like, how do I say? We are like an internet whereby you just press a button and everything is out there and everyone knows an information about you. So yeah, that happened. I don't know, but I had never, whoever is saying being intimate, I've never been intimate with them. So that is it. But yeah, I've learned. So boundaries, it's very important to have boundaries, because it can either mess you up or mess them up. Because, and I also feel, I also agree with Russia's that we are all humans and we all have emotions, and unless you are not, what do I say, unless you're not that emotional, you can't just be friends with a lady for a long time, because one of you, either you or the lady, will fall in love, and
Okay.
that is dangerous. Thank you.
Well,
thank
anyway, we've been entertained by a short, brief story.
you.
Patrick, I think
Yeah.
I'm going to not give you a chance. I will give Patience and Steve 1 minute each. Steve,
Thank you, thank you.
1
Hello
minute.
everyone, how are you doing? Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
well.
sure. So, about the conversation, I think it is very possible to have a boy-girl best friend relationship. First of all, we talked about this. We need to reduce the entitlement. Guys, reduce entitlement. This is your best friend, not your man, not your woman. That's the only thing you have to do. Reduce the entitlement. Yeah, thank you.
Steve, may want to say something. Steve, someone has said we are emotional human beings. Me, if I get attached to you and you're not going to marry you're not going to marry me, what do you want me to do now? You see, that's a problem. We should just don't, don't. But ni sawa, Steve. I know you have a girl best friend and you need to draw boundaries from today.
She's
Actually,
being defended.
I don't have a girl best friend nor a boy best friend, but I'm looking for a girl best friend.
Don't. Oh
No,
Lord, don't.
it comes with a lot of lessons. We need to unaona kusign contract like yo, you're coming in with my best friend, not something else. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's give Patience the last chance.
Okay, hi guys.
Hi.
This is a very interesting topic, so I'll give my take. Wacha niseme it's tricky. It's tricky because there's something Abigail said, whereby unless you feel like this one cannot work at all, but it only applies like once or something. It's quite difficult to have that rule because for me it was only one person. So imagine now the rest of my male friends, if I don't put boundaries, yo.
Mhm. Mhm.
Alafu, there's a point I mentioned about unless they are gay. Well, it's
Yes.
actually true because imagine you treat each other like siblings. You won't even have to worry at is do you what. You feel me? Then
Yeah.
now the third aspect, you'll get that initially you can start off as friends, like you didn't even know you can actually have feelings for this person. But then because the friendship has grown, alafu upate ni yule mature. At the end of the day, you just like each other. Imagine, guys. So let's just say, especially for ladies, when we let someone in, like it's very difficult to, I don't know how I'm gonna put it. So for most of us, or rather for people like me, we put that boundary early. And like there are others, like they will entertain you, yes, but they are able to kukuweka stopper immediately. But for ladies, like we must keep you at bay kidogo. So well, let me just say it's quite tricky. Unless sasa we tujite kamkutano, weke your boundary. If we let them in, especially as a lady,
Yeah.
unajiweka kwa majaribu. Thank you.
Yeah, this conversation is really heated. Like it's
Na mtu amesema before becoming best friends, sign a contract. Please do.
the heart does not know the contract. Man is gonna be like, I want you. Kwanza, the minute you start being nice,
The contract one is a good idea.
it won't
Yes.
work. The heart does not know contracts. That's for me. I'll come with notes. Cons on contracts. Anyway, let's change the conversation. I put up a question on my Instagram. Let's help our people around here. So, question number 1. There are like 3 questions. So 1, we have 2 minutes. I've been struggling to have conversations with my bestie since she got married. I love her, but we are so different now. I think we've mentioned about that. So communicate. Am I you? Okay.
Wacha nirudi. I want to see how what it was growth, change, and transitions. We said accept, and then embrace the growth, and then understand your journey. Just okay, what do I say now? You have it's some sort of detachment because now they're on a different level. Accept it. Just accept it and move forward. You don't have to force it. Just move forward. And yeah, basically.
Yeah. And there's also the aspect of wanting to be like someone else. Like just because your best friend is married, you don't have to be married.
Simple, guys. Know your journey.
Just because your best friend is not your best friend, your friend is in corporate, you don't have to be in corporate. Know your journey. Abby has said it best. So the next question. Kwenda out with my friends right now in Ngumu. I think we've tackled all of this. Kwenda out with with my friends right now in Ngumu. Struggling financially, but I don't want to tell them. Mimi who dodge your story anytime it comes up.
Communication. Set goals, set spending limits. Please communicate. See, happy your story. Communication is hard, but you have to do it.
Yeah. Okay, and the last one. Is it okay to not have friends? I feel like at this moment, friendship is too extra in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
No man is an island, but we all get to that place where we don't have friends, and it's okay. Give yourself time, whatever it is you're going through, because now those ones are trust issues and you've started generalizing. You're traumatized. So give yourself time. You will get back at it. Usiforce. Kama hauna friends, usiforce. Just relax. Hakuna pressure.
Hey, there's someone here saying you will go mad. You need friends.
Yeah.
But what if you just can't make them at the moment?
Give yourself time.
Give yourself grace. I think
Yes.
grace is the word.
Yes.
Give yourself some
Yes.
grace. And you can have 500 friends and all of them are bogus.
Seriously. Yeah.
You can have intentional friendships. Know who is this person and why are they in my life. Recently, I wrote down my friends and I categorized them. Like this one is the one I call when I want to, have a good time and laugh and do all that. This one
Yeah.
is the one when I'm having a mental whatever
Mm.
struggle. This is this is the one I will call, and has been working for me so far. So yeah, let me read the replies since the last time I got lost, and then we end it.
Yeah.
Okay. Insist on the spending limits. Yes, please have limits on how
Oh,
you spend money,
yeah.
or else kitakuramba. To my Kenyan people, kitakuramba. And then yeah, Pani Gula has said you will go mad. You need friends. Abby, you have
Yeah.
spoken well. No man is an island. We all need friends.
Mm.
Uh-huh. And then Dante has said it's okay not to have, because who is a friend? Yes.
And okay, I also want to add on this. You know, you can say you don't have friends, but are you also a good friend? Because sometimes you don't have friends because you're not even checking on your friends. Like you won't expect they're the ones who should come. You know. So
The
ask yourself
meology.
those questions.
The meology
Mhm.
theory. Guys,
Yeah.
we have we have tengenezada a name. Meology theory.
Meology.
Yes.
Sawa. Yeah.
So let's be good friends, and let's be
Mm.
friends as we expect people to be our friends. And we are
Yeah.
13 minutes in the conversation.
Mhm.
Late. 13 minutes late.
It's worth it.
Now I'm the opposite friend. I do checkups a lot and don't get the same.
You're checking up on the wrong people. Okay, not the wrong people, because not the wrong people, because hata mimi, I was for some time I was not talking to anybody, and I was not a wrong person. I was not. So you know your friends.
Define your
Mm.
friends. You know, I
Mhm.
realized we have so many friends. We have so many people that we
So
call
many.
friends, but they are not actually friends.
Yeah.
Classify your friends. Name your friends. Say this is where this place puts me, and this this is where I place person X, and these are
Mhm.
the things I need from, not need necessarily. This is the exchange I can have with
Yeah.
this friend. And then
Mm.
this one, there's the one you check up daily, you check up on daily. There's the one you check
Yeah.
up once per week, once per month, even once per year if possible. Like it's never that serious.
Twice in a year. That's your friend.
I will shoot you. But yeah.
Oh Lord.
Oof, guys, I can imagine the pain of having your feelings and kindness not reciprocated. It's the worst feeling,
Mm.
really.
Yeah.
It's time to have the hard conversation with yourself. It's time we had, all of us here now, honestly. Because I am 100% sure we have that friend who is here and they need to be here, and that friend who is here and they need to be here. Let's go check up on that. Guys, thank you for joining in. Oh my goodness. It's been 15 minutes in, late, but it has been a great conversation. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for being part of this conversation. I hope that we have all been impacted in a special way. I hope that we've learned a thing or two. Hey, thank you for the claps, man. Yo. We are
Mm.
giving Abby her flowers. Let's give Abby her flowers. You're going to give me mine later. But let's give Abby her flowers.
Oh Lord. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. Abby, we are grateful to have you.
Thank
May
you.
the good Lord continue to use you to be a great impact to, us,
Yeah.
the young generation, as you are part of us.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you for the platform too.
you're welcome. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. I do not always know how to end the conversation, but next week we will be having Rono, and we'll be having a conversation on childhood trauma. So I can't wait.
Nice.
I cannot
Mm.
wait to see you guys then. It
Yeah.
will be another deep conversation, another deep moment. So join in and share with your friends. This video will be up on YouTube on Saturday. Yes, 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 yes. Bye, guys. Have a good night. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, everyone, for joining in.
Bye, Maureen. Bye. Thank you for listening.